Idly-ho drinkerinos, this week on the Idaho Booze Podcast, we're talking to Boise's king of board games, Brett Miller. Brett just opened up Chits and Chats, a new board game pub on Boise's bench that boasts a killer craft beer selection, along with wine, local cider, and even a handle of local kombucha. See why Brett's new gaming pub could replace your house for the next neighborhood game night. Then we go over to Boise Beer Buddies community calendar, and the Warren Reserve Cocktail of the Week goes perfect with a murder mystery game. All that and more is next right here on the Idaho Booze Podcast. It's time for the Warren Reserve Cocktail of the Week, and this week's drink is a close personal favorite of mine, and we're going to batch it up for game night. It's House on Haunted Hill Bloody Mary. You're going to need a pitcher. You're going to need lots of fruits and veggies and other stuff. If you have beef jerky, bacon, cheese blocks, whatever, get it all out. You're going to need 8 full celery stalks, a whole lemon, 2 limes, pickle, some pickled onions, and asparagus. This is one where you can add as much as you want or as little as you want. You know, this is just Bloody Mary recipes are just a suggestion. And that's all this is. So if you have a favorite version of Bloody Mary, by all means, have at it. But this one is pretty good. So you're going to need octane. I like gin more and more in my bloodies. I go gin. Vodka is also great. Tequila has been very popular as well. A lot of people getting on that Bloody Maria train. No worries there. All good. For anybody wanting to level up, I find aquavit. If you can find that out there, I think it's from Denmark, some kind of liqueur. Anyway, it has coriander and orange in it, and it goes so well in a bloody. Aquavit. If you have it, if you know what it is, you know what I'm talking about. But for this game day, we're going to do vodka, and we'll need 2 cups. So to our vodka, go ahead and throw that 2 cups of vodka into the giant pitcher. To that vodka, we will add 8 dashes of Warren Reserve Chili Lime Bitters to spice things up, along with 5 to 10 dashes of your favorite hot sauce. I like Tabasco. Let's do 3 to 5 dashes of Warren Reserve Aromatic Bitters as well. We'll also add an ounce of Warren Reserve Burnt Sugar Syrup to this bloody mix. Give it a little bit of sweetness, offset a lot of that spice. Do a tablespoon of Worcestershire, tablespoon of horseradish, and a healthy amount of salt, celery salt if you have it, also really good. And some freshly cracked black pepper, easy for you to say. A couple tablespoons of pickle juice, and top it off with about 4 cups of spicy V8 just to fill the pitcher. Give your batched up bloody a good stir and taste. You want to look at the salt levels, and you want to make sure it's a little over salty. You want to taste some of that salt because we're going to be adding ice to it later. Once you have your bloody mix dialed in, slice up that lemon and throw it in the pitcher. Throw that thing in the fridge and start setting up Catan. Once your friends get there, pour over ice with the celery stalk, lime wedge, cocktail onion, cocktail asparagus, little block of cheese, tiny slider, bacon, beef jerky, whatever you got. Just throw it all in there. Now trade some sheep for wood and off you go. The House on the Haunted Hill Bloody Mary, this week's Warren Reserve Cocktail of the Week. Head to warrenreserve.com and pick up my perfect old-fashioned pack. It's a bottle of the burnt sugar syrup, plus a bottle of West 509 bitters, the best bitters on the planet, and a bottle of aromatic bitters, all for the low price of $34.99. But there's more. Use my promo code IdahoBooze25, and you will get 15% off only at Warren Reserve and warrenreserve.com. This has been the Warren Reserve Cocktail of the Week. This show brought to you by Warren Reserve Cocktail Company and warrenreserve.com. As we move towards fall, old-fashioned season is coming back. Oh, and you need to be ready. And have I got the product for you? They finally did it. Adrian and Danny at Warren Reserve finally put my old-fashioned kit up on the website. It is there. You can go and buy my old-fashioned bundle. This is going to be the burnt sugar syrup. Amazing. So good. So much better than regular simple syrup. Just an amazing flavor, complex flavors, amazing with that old fashioned, with any whiskey really, but really paired nicely with a nice 100 proof whiskey. Really, really good. Aromatic bitters are on there. The Warren Reserve aromatic bitters, different than the ones you're used to, a little bit more flavor, a little bit more sort of oomph in these bitters. And then my favorite, my absolute favorite bitter, the West 509 almond bitter. When I tell you that I love this bitter, I am not joking around here. I'm not essing around. These are the best. This is the best combination for an old fashioned. This is the kit that you want. warrenreserve.com. Pick up my old fashioned kit. And I tell you what, I'm going to throw in a little deal here for you. Use promo code IdahoBooze25, support the show, and get 15% off my old-fashioned bundle. It's right there, right under my big fake picture. The old-fashioned bundle, burnt sugar syrup, aromatic bitters, West 509 almond bitters, all at warrenreserve.com. Go and get it today. Get ready for old-fashioned season with me and my old-fashioned bundle and promo code IdahoBooze25. Get 15% off at warrenreserve.com. Welcome back to the Idaho Booze Podcast. I'm Steve Kuntz here with Brett Miller. Brett Miller, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. A little low on sleep, but otherwise good.
Brett, you got to sleep. Brett is the owner of the brand new gaming space, Chits and Chats. This is on Overland and Vista here in the capital city of Boise. Brett, tell us about your place. Tell us about what you're kind of doing here and how you sort of got here.
Yeah, it's funny because I wanted to do this years ago when I got into hobby board gaming, and then shortly after discovered board game cafes. There's some really famous ones that opened around 2010, 2011 in places like Seattle and Toronto. Snakes and Lattes and Cafe Mox, or Mox Boarding House in Seattle. And when I went to Mox Boarding House for the first time, it was like going to Mecca if you're a board game nerd, right? Because it's this huge board game store attached to a full restaurant, and you could rent a game and get drinks and eat food. And I was like, this is genius. And at that, at the time that I discovered it, it was still relatively new. And I thought, I should drop out of my grad school program and open up a board game bar. A
note to all you grad students out there, you all should do that.
Yeah. No, well, maybe I should have. I finished my degree and I'm not using it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. I did not get my degree in board games. But it, that dream kind of came and went, and you think that, when you're a child, et cetera, and when you're an adult, you put away childish things. I thought that was like a dream that came and went. And then I was telling my son about it. He's 5, and he was like, we should do it. And even then I was like, okay, buddy, we'll do it one day. But I mean, it was one of those things you're like.
So you're thinking that you need to put away your childish things. So you do that, you go to grad school, and then you go back in the garage, pull back out your childish things, and here we are.
Well, it was more like, I was working for the Forest Service, and I liked my job, but there's just been a lot of changes going on, and it caused me to sort of, rethink the path I was on and think to myself, maybe I do want to do something different. And maybe there was something to that idea, because I just kind of unearthed it talking to my son. And so we had an opportunity to pursue this, and at first I just started kind of in the evening, drawing up a business plan and thinking, can I make this thing math? I mean, will this be like the worst mistake of my life? That's what I was trying to avoid. And then, it's just kind of one thing led to another. Each little step of the way, it seemed like maybe I should keep at this. And I don't know how we're here, where it's actually a reality.
So explain what here is.
So we call it a board game pub. It's a little different than like the examples I told you about, because it's a lot smaller. We don't have any, we don't sell any board games. So the model of, say, Mox Boarding House or Snakes and Lattes definitely includes a retail component, because it's like you rent a game and then you can buy that game. But we're not doing that. And it's, you're in it, and we're going for something that's a little bit more, it's definitely smaller, and it's more, we're trying to kind of address multiple audiences. We're here on the bench, I live here on the bench. I live a couple blocks away. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to provide something for people like us who live here. That's
bench people.
What is the Boise bench dwellers? Is that what they're called? Yeah. No, people who, like, I love Overland. I love Vista Bar, but like, I can't go there with my kid, and we'll take him to breweries downtown, or, we'll go like just other places downtown, but we wanted somewhere near where we lived that was a casual, friendly environment where we could bring our kid, but we could get a craft beer and play a game. And also that I could get my friends to play more games, because there was a place that I could invite them to where there was food, there was whatever it is that they like to drink, whether it's alcoholic or non-alcoholic. And, it's a little bit more exciting than my house, basically. So I keep thinking of myself as well as my friends as sort of the target audience. So we're not necessarily catering to the hardcore gamer crowd. There's actually other good places in the Valley to play board games for free. If you are interested, you can go to All About Games or ABU or Phoenix Fire. I believe all three of those locations have a library that you can play. And we're not really competing with that, right? We are trying to serve a group of people that are maybe not interested in hanging out in a board game store and want something that's a little bit more, well, first of all, where there's food and drink available, and where a lot of attention has gone into making this like just a kind of a fun place to hang out.
Yeah, very quickly. Can you just take that thing and pull it down?
Because I am popping it.
No. I mean, just get it out because I can't see your face.
Oh, okay.
I can't see those baby blues.
What is it? Thank you. What is it for?
That's what it's for. It's to stop peas from popping.
Got it.
It's a thing for voiceover artists, of which we are not.
No.
So we are here in this it's a location. This has been, like you told me before, many things. I think it was a hair place before this.
It's been 2 hair salons. It was
except for the
florist, which is why I have a walk-in. The florist put in the walk-in.
Except for the lady in the chair in the back getting a perm done, you could never tell this was a former hairstyle place. It looks completely different. So tell us what kind of you went through this summer to get it done and get it ready.
Oh man, I definitely underestimated. I mean, we didn't move any walls. We didn't pull any permits. Everything, like the bar that you're sitting at, technically I could move it out of this place. It's not even permanently here. Oh. This is a kegerator. This isn't, one day my dream would be to own a building or, where I can make those permanent changes. But right now it's like, we're using 2 kegerators and I built the bar around it. But we did have to do a lot of work in terms of every wall has been repaired. I had to rip up the floor, and every wall has been primed and painted. And I had my friend Janet, who's an artist, help me think through designs. And I thought I'd be done halfway through the summer. We started the lease in like May. I thought I'd be done halfway through the summer, and I could transition to getting games and thinking about actually opening. And of course I am an idiot, and I've been working my. Can I swear on your podcast?
Absolutely.
I have been working my fucking ass off all summer. I've been here basically every day, 12, 14-hour days. And we still have a few things that I need to paint or patch, but almost there. And I have hundreds of games I want to buy. And so rather than having that discrete transition, it's more like juggling a bunch of different balls. But we needed to open. We missed our target opening by like a month. Yeah. And so we needed to open, and these people have been really supportive. We've already had a ton of interest. I've been kind of shocked by the interest. We've had some people come in that are really into games, and we've had a lot of people come in that are not so into games, but they live in this neighborhood and they're just excited for a new spot to come and check out. And hopefully, I mean, I stand by our food is delicious, and then I worked really hard to have 10 things on tap. It's the fact that there's 4 taps back there on this. This is 4 6-barrels, and let me tell you, it's a game of Tetris to get them in there.
Yeah, he's pointing to his other little kegerator thing. But I think 9 is pretty good. You did good. I think
10. I've got 10.
No, you do 6 and 4. Yeah, okay. I missed that little one there. Little booch. The booch.
Yeah,
one.
This is Boise Booch. My friend Katie makes it. She's down on Curtis, and you should totally go and do her for an episode.
I've reached out to Katie many times.
Oh, really?
Katie, we'd love to have you on anytime you want.
I'll say something.
I'll even come out as far as the bench to talk to you.
Well, you're here now. Yeah,
that's right. I am. I'm right here now. And I'll tell you this, that the place looks awesome. I think what stood out to me the most was the decorations on the wall, the designs, the painting. I think it all looks really good. I haven't had a chance to look in the back yet, but I can see board games stacked up against the walls back there. How many games were you able to get? You haven't got the 1,000 yet, but
no.
How many have you got, and what kind of games are we talking about here?
So we have just over 200, and we have a long way to go. Actually, I'm worried about the ability to find a space for all the games I want to have, because I want to cover as many bases as possible, right? Mm-hmm. I have a lot of games that I have some games back there that I don't know how often they'll get played. Big 4 6-hour games. You look like you're Gen X. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure is.
So you like Star Wars?
Sure. Yeah.
I have a game called Star Wars Rebellion. It's like based on the original trilogy of Star Wars. It's a 2-player game.
Nice.
It technically says 2 to 4 on the box, but that's a lie. It's a 2-player game. It's one of my favorite games ever. It's an epic game. It's 6 hours long, and I think that I highly recommend you give it a shot. Right now, I don't know how often that's going to hit the table, but I want to have stuff like that for people when they do want it.
Yeah.
But then I also cover party games.
I hear what you're saying, and the answer is yes. I will stay here for 6 hours and play it.
And yeah, it's awesome. You can capture Princess Leia and turn her to the dark side. Yeah. It's epic. It's epic. But I also I've got party games, family games. I really do want to. When people tell me that they don't like board games, it kind of sounds like someone saying that they don't like movies.
Yeah, or colors.
Well, I mean, color. I mean, maybe, but it's like the idea that there's like an assumed. Like, what if you thought every movie was a rom-com? What if you thought every song was country?
Yeah.
Some people like country music, some people don't like country music. Mm-hmm. But people have that impression that board games are this one genre.
Yeah. When
there are many genres.
What do you think people think when people are thinking when they say they don't like board games?
I'm thinking that they have some kind of formative traumatic Monopoly memory. Or Risk. Risk, I think, is actually, of the mass market games of my childhood, I think Risk holds up better than Monopoly. Yeah. Monopoly was not invented to be a good game. It was actually invented to be a bad game. It was invented to make a point about land ownership, that it was like an inherently flawed system.
Yeah.
And
well, it's pretty visceral too. I mean, you go broke. You go bankrupt. That's really rough. Although in Risk, you lose a war. So I don't know.
The biggest problem with Risk is that there comes a point in Risk where it's all but over, and if you really play it out, it's like a couple hours extra, like beyond that point.
For sure.
And a lot of modern games have solved that, but there's also a copy of Risk, Star Wars Risk. I'm showing my age. I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, it's quite old. It's out of print. So you can't, if you find a copy of Star Wars Original Trilogy Risk by Parker Brothers, buy it. But it's amazing because they've changed it so that only the Empire is playing traditional Risk, and the Rebellion and the Hutt are playing a very different game. And it kind of solves that issue of like what happens in Risk, where you're still playing kind of, but you just have like, you're just in Australia. You're never going to win. You're just defending Australia for the hours and hours and hours it takes for your friend to win.
Hey, don't give away all of my Risk secrets here.
Okay. No, I think Risk is good. It's just, it does have that problem. Monopoly, on the other hand, was invented to be a bad time. And some people say to me, "Oh, but I love Monopoly." Great. I don't want to yuck your yum, man. If you love Monopoly, have a great time. But there are people that they think that board games are winner take all, hyper competitive, and they might get caught in a situation where they are not going to win and they have to continue to play this game for hours. And modern hobby board games have spent a lot of time and energy addressing those problems so that everyone has fun no matter who wins. And if you really don't like competition, there's cooperative games.
Yeah.
And if you want something in between, there's semi-cooperative games that are some of my favorites.
Let's talk about some of those cooperative games, because one of my favorite games is Pandemic,
mm-hmm.
which is where you play against the board. The board sort of works against you as a pandemic would. What are some other kind of cooperative games that you think would do really well, like in a place like this, where you can kind of sit down, have a couple of beers, you can have the kids here, you can get a sandwich, you can do all that stuff. What are a couple of those kind of other cooperative games besides Pandemic, which you and I both know really well?
Pandemic's great. I have 2 copies of it here because I love it that much. Matt Leacock is the designer of Pandemic, and he actually designed 2, they're quote-unquote kids games or family games. They're very Pandemic-esque. One's called Forbidden Island, and the other's called Forbidden Desert. And so if you were here with your family, with your kids, you could get that to the table. But honestly, I have brought Forbidden Island to breweries many a time to play with adults, because it's the core Pandemic experience, a little bit simpler with a little bit of a toy factor. It fits the table a little bit better, and it's still a super fun cooperative game. I'm trying to think of some others that I have there in the pure co-op space. We even have a cooperative party game, which is typically your party games are going to be competitive by nature, but it's called Kites, and it's super fun because
I've seen that one in the store, but I didn't know what it was.
I highly recommend it. In fact, we had a group in here the other day that they were looking for party games, and one of their groups said, "Oh, but I don't want to compete."
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, okay, well, that puts like Bang and
see, as a Gen Xer, I would just get up and leave.
Yeah. But they were
I'm not putting up with that shit.
They were Gen Z, and so but I had them play kites, and they had so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's just as intense and just as hectic because there's these little sand timers, and you have to be flipping them.
Oh boy.
Another cooperative party game. Well, it's like kind of a party game. It's a little bit more than a party game. It's called Magic Maze. It's about fantasy like dwarves and elves at a mall buying their stuff for their next adventure, but you can like each player can only move the people like one cardinal direction.
Yeah.
And so it's still, you're still yelling at each other. You're still like, why are you doing what you're doing? But you're working together. And so for people that are a little conflict adverse, I think that we can get them there. My wife is holding Mysterium, which is
I love Mysterium. It's so weird. It's like
so
Clue
weird.
on acid.
It is. That's a great description of Mysterium. Have you played Deception, Murder in Hong Kong?
No, but let's talk about Mysterium because I don't get it. Like,
what do you mean?
I've played it before. I've tried. There's crystals. There's a thing. I want to get to maybe later, but tell me what the basis of Mysterium. Tell us all the basis of Mysterium and sort of why it is Clue on acid.
Well, so first of all, it's Clue on acid meets another really popular game from the late 90s, early aughts called Dixit, which I have here. Have you ever played Dixit?
I don't think so.
Dixit's like Apples to Apples or Cards Against Humanity, which is just adult Apples to Apples.
Yeah.
But instead of words, it's pictures.
Okay.
And they're these weird, trippy pictures. Very much the on acid aspect of your description.
Plus the murder victim's talking to you, right?
Well, yeah. I'm talking about Dixit right now. Pictures in Dixit.
Dixit.
Don't say it too many times. It starts.
Dixit.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Beetlejuice come out?
No. It just sounds.
It
just sounds like the name of my pub. Chits and Chats. I sort of opened myself up for some.
Dixit.
Oh yeah, Dixit. Anyway, Chits and Chats. Anyway, Dixit has these very acid-like pictures, right? Where it's like a person who's also an apple riding a camel that's also a train.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. I've seen that in college at some point.
It's super fun. It's a game that you can play with the whole family. It's a game you can play with kids. And it's a game that I would put in front of adults, especially, again, adults that think they don't like board games. Maybe they're a little bit on the visual, interpretive, spectrum. They like that kind of thing. They're not mathy. A lot of people think board games are mathy.
Okay.
Anyway, so Dixit, there's definitely an influence to Mysterium. You're doing that in Mysterium, right? You are interpreting
there's these
clues,
weird,
and you're looking at these weird ass pictures.
Yeah, weird pictures.
So sometimes I talk about the engine of a game. That like there's a Dixit engine happening in Mysterium, but they built up this weird game around it.
Yeah.
I was asking you if you had played Deception, Murder in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
It's not like it's actually related. If you don't get Mysterium, I recommend you play Deception, Murder in Hong Kong because they take some of the crystals and the pieces and some of the bloat that I love about Mysterium, but it does make it hard to understand what the hell you're doing here.
I already own Mysterium though, so I need to understand that. It was not free. I did not pick that up at a yard sale.
Mysterium. I love Mysterium for all the reasons that if I was a publishing company, I don't know if I would have taken a risk on it because it has kind of a toy factor in the components, which means it has to be kind of expensive. It's more than a party game, but it's not quite a full game. And so the fact that became as popular as it did was sort of a mystery to me.
It's like a Mysterium.
It is Mysterium. I mean, I fucking love that game, but it is crazy to me.
Next time I come, we'll sit down and play it because I really do want to play like a real game of it. Like I don't know that I've played a real game of it because we didn't understand what the hell was going on.
There's actually a handful of rules.
I was even on acid one time.
Well, that probably wouldn't help. But no, Kaylee, I can't remember, but there's like a handful of rules that we actually get rid of when we play it because they just create confusion.
Yeah, I can't. It's been so long. There's also
Kaylee, you got to come up to the microphone if you're going to talk. You can't just talk way back there next to the noisy sandwich maker.
I was also going to say that there's is it Arkham Horror? That's a cooperative game.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Or no, not the card game. The one that's like Yahtzee.
Yeah, that's
Arkham what?
Elder Sign.
Oh, Elder Sign.
And it's kind of like a Cthulhu Yahtzee. So the same mechanism where you're rolling dice and trying to create elder signs all over to keep Cthulhu or some other evil at bay. And so that's a fun kind of entry. I would say it's a little bit heavier, but it's still a nice entry level game because if you've played Yahtzee, then you're kind of familiar with that dynamic, or not dynamic, but that rolling dice.
Just rolling them bones.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta go to baseball.
Thanks, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Have fun at baseball.
Yeah, no, but your confusion at Mysterium is not unique to you, and it is a really good game.
Confusion. I think it's just that you're right. Okay, let's just get into the next thing I want to talk about, which is issues I have with these board games that are really complicated. So the first issue I have with them is there's too many damn pieces in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Why are there so many pieces? One, have you ever opened up the Game of Thrones game?
I have it here.
It has 300 pieces, something like that.
Hold that thought.
Oh, are you gonna go get it now? Well, I can't hold the thought. This is an audio medium. Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, I'm gonna get.
Perfect.
So before I answer your question, I'm gonna show you one of my favorite games ever. It's a game called Skull. And we're going to play it right now.
Oh, we're going to play a game right now.
And you said you wanted to turn games into a drinking game, right?
Oh, don't give away the second act.
Okay, well, because I can make this a drinking game real easy, too.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so what color do you want to be?
I want to be orange.
Well, I have an orange right here.
Perfect.
So here, put that in front of you, and look at your cards or coasters, whatever you want to call them.
They look like coasters.
They do look like coasters. In fact, what I really wish that the people that made this would do is I wish they would like mass produce these as coasters so that I could just have them as coasters and then I could just quickly whip them together and have a game going.
No, hold them up.
Oh.
There you go. All right, so we have this coaster game. So, okay, I'm looking at the cards of the coasters.
And I'm going to teach it to you right now. And I'll tell you when to drink, okay?
Okay.
Do you need a drink?
Yeah, sure.
Boise Light, how's that work? Or you want something else? You want an IPA? You an IPA guy?
I am an IPA guy.
Okay, so we have a hazy from Mother Earth.
We're doing kind of a show right now. Let's just do the hazy.
Well,
from
I'm
Mother
doing
Earth.
the show. Isn't your show about drinks? I'm telling you one of the drinks I have on tap.
We don't really drink on the show all that much. But
No, I just mean I'm telling you about the drinks I have on tap. I was trying to be cool about it.
Okay, you are being cool about it. I'm the one that's all stuck up.
I have a hazy from Mother Earth that's seasonal.
Yep, Project X.
And then Project X. And then I have Lost Grove First Sight.
Boise Booch. Just go through your whole lineup right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, people will be interested in
I was trying to be organic. But yes, Boise Booch, the one, Katie, I was telling you about, you know very well. Then Lost.
Don't know her at all. That's the point.
Well, but you've contacted her. First Sight by Lost Grove.
Yeah, Jake's been on the show.
We've got
Chris from Mother Earth.
We have a Merryweather.
Molly's been on the show.
We have Dragon's Milk. I love this beer. It's an 11% Imperial Stout. I don't know how many places have it on tap, but
you guys have.
Absolutely do. I have a Boise Light here, which I'm trying to. The reason why I'm trying to sell the Boise Light so hard is I've got a half barrel of root beer back there, and I can only fit 2 half barrels in this kegerator, and so I got to get one of these things to blow before I can put it on. I have a non-alcoholic IPA by Fremont.
Yeah.
And I have an amber ale by Sawtooth. I've got their Oktoberfest coming.
Nice.
And then I have Sam Adams Oktoberfest because I'm from Boston, and so I have kind of.
Are you?
Yeah, originally. So I have
bet if you would have given me 3 guesses, I probably could have got that.
You think?
Yeah.
Do I give off that energy?
Definitely.
It's
a good thing.
I mean, it's funny you say that because
it's just that I'm from Seattle and it's the exact opposite energy.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. So, like, my joke about it is that I can kind of do okay in the West, but the Midwest was the toughest for me.
Tough time for you.
All that passive.
Everybody's so nice.
Yeah.
You think they're being passive aggressive, but they're just being nice.
No, sometimes they're just being not necessarily passive aggressive. Sometimes they're just being like polite, but I don't understand polite because I'm from Boston. So like my story about this, I was living in Madison, and in Madison, Wisconsin.
What were you doing in Madison?
You know, it's funny. You would think I went to school there, but I moved there after school so that my partner at the time could work at a canoe shop, and I could drink beer and play games because they love that there.
Joke about canoe. Go ahead.
And so in the Midwest, the polite thing to do is to invite people to everything, and they're supposed to know when not to come.
Right.
In the Northeast, when you invite somebody to something and they don't come, they're dead to you.
Yeah.
So people kept inviting me to shit, and I kept going to it. So like one time my friend Darren, he invited me to his sister's high school graduation.
Right.
And I'm like stressed out because I'm like, why does he invite me to this thing that does not make any sense? But I have to go to it because he invited me. And everyone's thinking to themselves, what the fuck is wrong with this guy that he came to this high school graduation?
You know what? In the South, it's kind of a mix of that. Because I lived in the South for a little while. In Seattle, we don't invite you if we don't want you to come.
Right.
It's that easy.
What is it called? The ice, the Seattle ice?
So we're very provincial because we're all the way up there by ourselves. We don't like anybody. So in the South, though, they like you if they like you. And they invite you to stuff. And it's kind of like if you show up, they're happy. And if you don't, they're happy. It's kind of a middle ground. Yeah. But then there's other stuff that they invite you to that you have to go to. So like Thanksgiving. Yeah. Like I got 3 invitations to Thanksgiving one year, and I could not go to any of them. I went to all 3.
That sounds horrible.
And it was rough. It was a rough day, rough Thursday for your boy. But but it was all very nice, and I loved all those people. It was really nice. But anyway, let's get back.
The last thing I have on tap is a sparkling wine.
Oh, is that an Idaho wine?
No, it's not. Come on. Well, so the only thing that's not distributed through Hayden that I have on tap is the Boise Booch, and in order to have normal wine on tap, which is a possibility, I have to have different
nitro.
Well, I have to have different gas.
Yeah.
So I can pour sparkling wine on CO2.
Gotcha.
And this is a very MacGyvered situation back here.
I think our friends at Proletariat could probably set you up with something.
I could contact them directly, and I mean we've been open for, like I said, less than a week, so I will do that. But as of right now, that's the only one I could get.
Let me do a little bit of that NA, that Fremont NA.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it clean for the show. So it looks like you have some cans and bottles too. You have Oktoberfest from Mother Earth. You have a couple of wines. You have, looks like a couple of ready to drinks. Got some athletics. So I think you got a pretty good selection here, Brett. I think you're doing all right.
I'm trying to go for like selection and quality over, I want this to serve as many people as possible, right? I don't want it to be a situation where you invite your friends to come to Chits and Chats and play a game, and they some people are picky. I'm not picky, honestly. Yeah. When it comes to games and or drinks, I like it all. I was joking that I've been preparing for this job my entire adult life because I know all of these drinks very well.
Let's get to
so Skull. So let me tell you about
Dia de los Muertos.
It is. I love this game so much, and it addresses what exactly. I know. I'm not refuting your complaint. I know what you're talking about.
This
and
is
you're
not
right.
my complaint. This is just a complaint that I have heard and read.
Oh,
it is also my complaint.
It's a valid complaint.
It's my complaint as well.
It's a valid complaint.
Too many goddamn pieces.
But so here's a great game. So this is called Skull. Mm-hmm. You have 4 card/coasters in front of you.
That's true.
And 3 of them are a flower of some kind.
That's right.
1 is a skull.
Okay.
All right. And this game is poker distilled into its purest, simplest form.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start first, and I can put any one of these down that I want.
Okay.
And I'm just going to put one down. And now on your turn, you can put any one down you want.
Okay, dokie.
And I'm not going to tell you, it was so quick to teach. I'm just going to tell you how to play, and then you're going to start to understand what you'd be thinking when you do that.
Okay.
Now that it's my turn, now there's only 2 people. We could play this with 8 people. And if we had more colors, we could play it with 12.
Nice.
But because there's only 2 people, it's as soon as you get back to the first player who has a card down, now I can make a choice. I can either put another one down or I can open the betting. But for now, I'm going to put another down. And so it's back to you, and you have the same choice. You can put another one down, or you can open the betting.
Let's put another one down.
Okay.
Let's see.
So now I'm going to open the betting. And what you're betting is how many cards you can turn over before you reveal a skull.
Okay.
And there's a couple of really important caveats to keep in mind. One is that you have to start with your own. So if I say 1 or 2, I must turn over my cards first. After that, I can turn over anyone's cards. It's not in clockwise or counterclockwise order. So imagine there was 8 of us here, right?
Okay.
It's just the 2 of us, so obviously it's going to be you.
Yeah.
And so I have to go from top to bottom. So I'm going to open the betting with 2, which is my way of saying, but might be bluffing, that I can turn over 2 cards, which keep in mind I have to start with my own, and I have 2 cards here, without revealing a skull. So I either don't have a skull here, or I'm bluffing you that I don't have a skull here.
Okay.
And now your choice is to either raise or fold, and you have 2 in front of you, so the max bet is 4.
Okay. I will raise.
What are you going to raise it to? You want
3.
Okay, so it's back to me. I'm going to let you have it for 3.
Okay, great.
So now you have to turn over your 2 cards.
Okay.
All right, and now you have to turn over at my top card.
It's a skull.
It's a skull. So
What does
now,
that mean?
if this was a drinking game, you should drink.
I would be the one to drink?
Absolutely, because you just revealed the skull, which you're not supposed to do.
Oh, I'm not supposed to reveal.
No. You're trying to turn over 3 cards without finding a skull.
I thought we were trying to reveal a skull.
No. It's the opposite, and you'll see why. So
you were bluffing me.
I was bluffing
Gotcha.
you. Okay, so let's try this again. Now you actually have to shuffle your cards and put them on the counter because you're going to lose a card.
Oh, great.
No, but yeah, spread them out a little bit. So I don't get to know what kind of cards you just lost.
Okay.
But when you look at your cards, you're going to know whether you just lost your skull or not.
Now, to catch everyone at home up, I just lost a card.
Okay. Since you won the bet, you start, so you get to place a card.
I didn't win the bet.
You won the bet, you just turned over a skull, but because you won, like the betting portion, I folded, you won. You see what I'm saying?
No. All right.
So now it's to you. You can either put one down or start the betting.
Now what do I do? I don't have any.
You have
cards.
to start the betting.
Oh, I'll say 2.
I'm going to go to 4.
Okay. I forgot what I did. No, I
So
turned
can
mine
you
over?
No, not yet. Do you want to raise me? So there's
I can't
there's
raise
6.
you to 4, more than 4.
there's-
There's only 4.
No, there's 6 out. I have 3 cards out. You have 3 cards.
Oh, it goes 1, 2, 3. It goes back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'll do 6.
You want okay? So you have to turn over all 6 cards.
Okay, great. Do I have to do it like in order?
Well, you would normally, but since it's all 6, you can just flip them all.
Okay. I don't have any skulls. And you have no skulls.
Because
So I won.
So you won. So you get to flip that over, which signifies that you have 1 point. When you pull that off again, the first person to get 2 points wins the game.
Okay.
But I just learned something very important about you.
I don't have any skulls.
You don't have any skulls. You won the bet.
Let me shuffle my cards.
Yeah, shuffle them real good. Because, hey,
Well,
do you want a Boise Light?
Now I don't see the purpose to this game anymore.
Hey, you just need, you're ahead of me by a point. I have no points. If you get 1 more point, you win.
Well, it doesn't seem possible.
Well, let's see if you can pull it off. I believe in you.
That makes one of us. So, what's this game called again?
Skull.
Oh, skull. That makes sense because there's a skull. There's a skull card.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what do I go first?
Absolutely, because you won the bet.
You understand it does not matter.
I'm gonna open with 2.
2. Okay. I'll go to 4.
You can have it for 4.
Okay. Well, mine are all these. And then, so it'd be
No, it's a podcast. I feel like that's part of it.
1.
No, so you
2.
have to do
I
all
got
of yours. You have to do all of yours for
All of
first.
mine are the same.
Yeah, I know it doesn't matter. That's part of the betting.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? But you're still fucked. So we'll just
How do I not? Oh, I don't win because of the skull.
because of the skull. Okay, but you still won the bet. Let's see. I believe in you. You can pull this out.
Well, I don't know. I just got fucked.
Well, you're both ahead as well as on the back foot,
Let me.
which is a lot of complexity for a game that involves 4 cards each.
Okay, well, I'm shuffling my cards for no reason. Brett's gonna deliver some stuff to a table. I just want to say it is a really nice. Like I said before, you guys did such an awesome job with the place. It
Thank
looks
you.
Fantastic. The walls are all brightly colored. I think that it's very inviting. It seems like a very this could be a fun atmosphere once you get a bunch of people around here yelling Yahtzee over and over again.
Oh,
And,
hey Claire,
come and get your beer, Claire,
come and get your beer, Claire.
and your custom koozie.
What does Cody want?
Cody.
Well, come look at your options. We got root beer, hop water, kombucha, or this seltzer.
Get him right.
Root beer's great. Okay. Ugh. For the listeners at home, Cody is not of age.
Not of a drinking age.
There you go.
He's of root beer age.
Do you need a game, Claire?
Cody, you want to play a game, right?
You want to play Skull?
Yeah, let's get him in. Let's get him playing Skull.
Eh.
Do you want us to come over
Wait,
here?
I'll have Claire at least. Claire knows how to play this game. I don't have to teach it to Claire.
Can I be brown?
You want to be brown? All right.
I use
Claire's,
the game as a coaster.
please don't. It is very like I wish they would make coasters that were just they served as Skull. You know, it would be awesome. It wouldn't even have to. I mean, I love this. I love the different colors, but it wouldn't even have to be different colors. Okay, so we're gonna let him open the bet. And he's down to 2 cards, and let's just for now. Let's just.
Can we bring new people in while I still only have 2 cards?
No, not normally,
Doesn't
but
seem fair.
it's not fair. That wouldn't be allowed in the normal game. But I figured you'd be okay with it because we're not doing like a normal.
If
Weird
this was
thing.
Catan, yada yada yada, something. Some kind of Catan allegory.
If we were just here to hang out and play games, she could wait the 5
Right.
minutes. But since we're like recording, I thought it would
Who's
be
this,
easier.
Claire?
This is my friend Claire.
Hey Claire, how you doing? I'm Steve. Good.
She actually gave us our first $1 here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
I wrote on it. Don't tell the feds.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And you're not supposed to deface currency.
That's gonna. Yeah, that's. They'll take some of that. Okay, so I shuffled my cards.
Yeah. Don't
I don't
tell
know
her.
if
She
you
doesn't.
heard.
She doesn't. No. Like assume she doesn't.
All right. So I'm assuming.
So put a card down.
Oh right. There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna put a card down.
And as you can tell, Claire, don't be intimidated, but I have got 1 point.
Yeah. He's got 1 point over there.
And I have a peanut cluster, and I have half of a non-beer and near beer. Didn't have
Did
to.
not get any points last time. Okay.
All right. So it's back to you.
I'm gonna put my other card down.
Okay. I put one down. I'm gonna put it up here so people can see it.
Well, it's an audio.
I meant you. You're a person. You count.
I am just a vessel.
Aw. Okay.
Claire put down a card. I cannot put down a card.
So
or
you
do
have to
anything.
open the betting.
So I have to open the betting. So I'm gonna say, and it's now amongst all of us.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna say 3.
Okay. So it goes to me first to raise.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have 6 cards total. And you said 3?
I did.
I'll take it for 4.
Wow.
Claire?
No, I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
You can pass.
Yeah, you can fold.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
It's poker.
Oh. No, these are not typical poker cards. You said 4.
Yep.
Can I call?
You can't call. You can only raise.
It's poker.
Yeah, but there's no all in, right? Like there's no showing your hand. You know what I mean?
I feel like my hand is pretty easy to see. I'll raise. So we don't count her cards anymore.
No, they still count. You'll see.
Okay.
You'll
so I'll
see
raise
now.
to 5.
I'll let you have it for 5. So like before you start turning over cards, you have to start with your own. So start with those 2.
Mm-hmm.
So now
The
that you've
flowers.
revealed those 2 flowers, you can do it one at a time. You can either you have to get to 5, right? You can do mine, you can do hers. You can go like back and forth. You can do mine both straight up. So, but
When do the dragons come into play here?
there's no dragons in this game.
What about the? I don't want to say cave. Underground dwelling.
Dungeon?
Dungeon. When does that come into play?
No dungeon either. All right, so one at a time. So now you're up to.
I lose again.
So you're down to 1 flower.
Yeah.
But I believe in you. You can pull this out. You can win this game.
Maybe not.
Let me see this.
Okay.
All right, let's play one more round because you only have 1 flower
All right.
left.
Well, let me
anyway.
shuffle my card.
Okay.
I'm very vintage. I just joined.
If I was, well, you'll see what happens. Okay. So you won the bet
We
again.
keep alluding to something that's going to happen, and I'm very frightened.
So okay, play your 1 card that we all know is a flower.
Yeah, right.
All right, I played my 1.
Can I do it like those guys do that are awesome poker players that play it up? Can I just play it up?
No, you
so
can't.
You can see it.
No, you can't.
It's kind of a flex.
You actually, you know what? You might as well because
I'll
we
start
know.
it- I'll start
you
it-
know what? We know it's a
I'll
flower.
start at 1.
Okay.
I know it's my turn to bid because I don't have any more cards left.
If I was you personally, well, see if you could go for 3 and just take it, but then we all know that you only have
That's
1 card.
backfired on me a bunch of times.
Well,
already.
and we all know you only have 1 card, but you really have to like win this bet.
I bet 1.
Okay, I'm just gonna fold.
Okay.
2.
So you can raise it to 3 or you can fold.
I'll fold.
All right, Claire 2.
We're just going to keep this going. Good job.
And Claire has a point.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
I mean, if I was you,
What
well,
do you get now?
Nothing. I just flip it.
yeah, just like you, she has
Does
a point.
mine get to come back around, or do I still
No,
get
you
my
still have a point. You are tied, and
Okay.
I'm losing actually.
Now, once
Maybe I was trying
again,
to take away your point, which is not having it worse.
Okay, so Claire, you start.
there's strategery involved here. You have to put down your card in a way that makes it seem like you're not putting down a skull. That's the number one thing.
No, it's more like
number-
that scene in The Princess Bride where it's like, would I put the poison closest to me or would I put the poison closest to you? So it's like, do I put down a skull?
It's sort of like that, except I don't have any poison left.
Well, but I do. So the
There's
point,
one poison,
the
two
point.
poisons.
So the question is, in your mind, do I open with a skull because I know that you have to start betting as soon as it gets to you?
I think it's nice of you to think that I have questions in my mind. It's just calliope music.
Okay.
24 hours a day.
So Claire, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna bet or are you gonna put a card down?
Yeah, Claire.
No, it's back to you.
Round 2. And then I get to bet. Or you can jump ahead of me and bet. All right.
So you have to bet.
I bet 1.
It's not a
He doesn't
strong
like it.
bet because
He doesn't
the
like
reason
it.
why I don't like
He
it
just
is
made
because
a very dismissive face at me.
I'm rooting for you and you're making it hard to root for you.
I think I have a good way of doing this. It makes sense to me.
Well, you're giving us both a lot of opportunity to like barely raise you and
Take
get you
the
out of this
opportunity.
game. Well, no, because I'm. Well, you
Oh,
skipped me, but sure,
nice.
I'll fold.
I thought there was no counterclockwise.
No, the betting
Oh, the
goes
betting.
in. Yeah. So I'll fold. You can take it for 2. Do you want to raise her to 3?
Nope.
Okay.
Do I fold?
Just raise her to
I
3.
can't call.
Because I don't know how much
All
time
in.
I don't know how much time he wants to take on
Let's
his
raise to
show playing this game. So I'm
Pardon
trying
me.
to get him to win so that we can
Adorable.
move on to the next
So
point.
let's do 3.
Okay, take it for 3.
All right.
So
mine
you've
is
got a flower, obviously. I've pretty much told you.
She got me again.
Okay, all right. Let's just stop it there. You could win on 1 card. I want you to know that. My point being, I love this game, and I would.
This is a fun game.
Yeah, it's 4 cards a person.
Mhm.
There's only 2 kinds of cards: flowers and skulls.
5 if you count the coaster.
5 if you count the coaster they come on. My point being is that this is exactly why I wanted to open up Chits and Chats,
Mhm.
because Mysterium's a great game. I mean, that's a better misconception, and it's not a misconception. That I'm sure Mysterium has been recommended by many a board game store to many a person. I personally wouldn't open with Mysterium because it is a lot of bloat for. It's a lot of pieces. There's a lot of steps. And like I keep saying, have you played Deception, Murder in Hong Kong? Because it takes the core of Mysterium and gets rid of a lot of the steps and really drills it down. Now, I love both of these games. They're both here for a reason. In fact, I have 2 copies of Mysterium.
Yeah.
But what happens is that people aren't weirdos like me that own hundreds of games and, they buy Mysterium. It's not cheap and they want to experience it. And maybe it wasn't the right fit. But there are amazing games that are super simple.
Yeah.
There is definitely a problem in the industry, though, of games gravitating towards bits because bits can be very attractive, especially in a crowdfunding scenario if they have like little minis.
Yeah.
And there's kind of this more is more mentality among the people that are in the hobby. They want this.
How about the 45 minutes it takes to get all those bits out of the plastic? when
It's
you
a
buy the
huge
thing?
it's a huge problem. One of the things that if we're ever successful over here, I'm gonna invest in custom inserts that make it easier to get the game to the table.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. All right, well, we're going to take a little break. We had a rousing game of Skull. That was fun. Live on air. We like that. Good times.
Oh, we're live?
We're here. Well, no,
Oh, okay.
live. Like Johnny Carson, live via tape from Hollywood.
Nice.
And so we're going to be right back with Brett Miller. We've got Claire in the mix, and we're going to go over some more games and how to incorporate drinking into them right after this. Did you know that Boise Beer Buddies actually covers the entire state of Idaho? Yeah. Plus parts of Oregon, Wyoming, and Nevada. You can be a buddy in 4 states. And it's never been a better time to be a buddy with Boise Beer Buddies. With so many amazing bars, restaurants, breweries, wineries, and speakeasies to choose from in the Gem State. Plus, Oh man, the cost of beer, wine, and cocktails just continues to skyrocket. Why not save a couple bucks per trip out? Save $1 off your first pint at the Pour Company in Moscow. Get $1 off your first pint at the new St. Agony Brewing in St. Anthony. Head to Reno. Get 10% off all beer and wearables at Revision Brewing. Use my promo code BOOZEPOD and get a Boise Beer Buddy card for your best drinking buddy just in time for Labor Day. Do that today at BoiseBeerBuddies.com and get the Boise Beer Buddies app. Be a buddy and join Boise Beer Buddies today. Welcome back to the Idaho Booze Podcast. We are here live at Chits and Chats on Overland and Vista. We are in the midst of a gamer's paradise here. This is just like a board game heaven. There's beer, there's sandwiches, there's board games, there's tables. It's got it all. And with me here is the owner, Brett Miller. Brett, hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I'm doing, better now. Got
better now?
Yeah.
Before you weren't as good, now you're better.
Well, before, I was frantically trying to get the place ready to open at 4.
Yeah.
Right before you got here.
You invited me at 4 o'clock.
No. Yeah, it's not on you. That's on me. I always think it's going to be easier to get everything done by 4 than it is.
So we have some people in the shop. Yep. I don't know what to call it. In the shop.
I call it the shop all the time, which makes no sense, but that's what I call it. The public house. Yeah.
We have some people in the pub now. So walk us through. I was kind of listening to what you were doing. Walk us through how you greet all your guests that come in and how that kind of goes.
Well, right now, fortunately, or I guess not fortunately, we haven't gotten so slammed yet that it's like I don't even notice when someone's coming in. So when someone comes in, I say, hi, welcome to Chits and Chats. Try to lay off a little bit because I don't want to be, breathing down their neck.
Sure.
But I try to read if they, what they're looking for right away. Some people want to come straight back and look at games. And in which case I tell them, hey, the games are over here. And I tell them that I'm available if they want recommendations or they want to ask me questions. Yeah. But, some people know exactly what they're looking for, or they just want to browse, which is a thing. I go to board game stores sometimes just to look at new titles that I haven't heard of. And I've had people come in here that one couple, they told me they own 500 games. They just came in here, looked at my games, talked to me for a little while. They left. They didn't actually even stay or play or anything, but they said they'd be back, but it's like they just wanted to kind of see what we were all about, right? Uh-huh. That doesn't surprise me from people that are that serious about games.
That's wild.
They're doing their homework.
Yeah.
Other people are coming in and they do want a recommendation, right? How many? I ask them, how many people are you? What are you looking for? How long are you looking to stick around?
Mm-hmm.
After they get a game, I will help them set it up. I might even, if I can, I might teach it or
that's what I was gonna say. You just now with some people that are in, you went through the whole game, you sort of taught them how to play it,
mm-hmm.
You gave them a sort of brief description of it and everything like that. That's really cool. A lot of the game stores you go into and game places you go into, they don't do that. They do the opposite of that a lot of the time.
It can be, and I hope I can keep it up. And if it becomes difficult for me to do that, right now I'm the only employee,
right,
except for my wife, which I don't think counts, but by Idaho state law, I think she's technically me.
Yeah.
So
50% of you.
Yeah, exactly. So that conglomerate person is the only person that works here.
Okay.
If we are so busy that I can't keep up, then I'm going to hire people so that I can keep up, because that's the whole idea here. Is we're trying to make board games more accessible. Not that you have to play them. Plenty of people. I had a couple come here on Sunday. They came to read. They bought 3 rounds and read the entire time while other people around them were playing games, because they wanted to be in a third space where other people were gathered. They didn't want to just be in their house, you know? And that is more than welcome. Please come and do that.
As long as you get 3 rounds.
As long as you get 3 rounds. I had another couple come, play their own game and not buy a single thing, but we were at the time, we weren't busy enough that it was like they were taking a seat from anybody, so I just let them do their thing.
Did they even have a sandwich or anything?
They didn't have anything. No. They came, They played a game and they left. But and
is that something you can do at a game store? Can you do that? I don't think you can do that, right?
You probably could, because so technically I shouldn't let people drink their own drinks in my establishment, not because it's not getting me money, but because actually
you can't do that.
It could be like a health it could be a health problem, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's in that drink, but so, don't report me, listeners. But no, I mean, but you could do that at a game store. The difference is the atmosphere, right? The game store is a game store. Fluorescent lights. It's not, they're not selling a vibe like I am selling. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm selling a vibe.
So yeah, and so you have people come in, you tell them how to kind of play a game, you show them something, you ask them what they're kind of looking for, and it's really friendly, it's really kind of upbeat, it's a lot of fun.
And I sit back here, and if I'm not slinging drinks, I look, and if people are like struggling, I go and I help them out. But I have to read, I mean, it's really not that different than being a bartender in the sense that like it's all about reading the customer. So some people are nose in a rule book, but they're happy as a clam.
Yeah.
And I give them their space. Some people are sweating and they need help. And so it's kind of like knowing when to ask someone if they want another round because they look like they want to be engaged before they order, or you just give them their space. You just kind of have to read the room.
So what was the first game you bought for the shop?
Well, it's kind of a trick question because right away I sold the shop like 100 something of my own games. So I guess the first game I sold was whatever was the oldest game in my collection that I sold at the shop. I've gotten, and then beyond that, I've gotten games in kind of batches, like lots. So like either games that were on discount at a retailer or I bought them off Facebook Marketplace. Board games are actually getting hit pretty hard on tariffs right now. So the really popular ones that you have to get full MSRP at a store are.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not cheap anyway, right?
No, they're very expensive.
Games are between, $60 and $100.
The big boxes. I mean, this is cheaper, obviously.
Skull.
Yeah, so that
That's
was
probably $25.
probably. And that was kind of the point I was trying to make is I think the board game stores are going to inherently gravitate towards, like I could sell you this party game, but or I could sell you Mysterium, which is kind of party game-esque, but it's a bigger box and there's more stuff in it, and it's $60 or more now. I don't even know. I mean, but I could see it being more than $60 nowadays because I'm pretty sure it was 65 years ago.
Yeah, I bought it 5 or 6 years ago. It was $60.
Yeah, exactly. And so I feel like there is this tendency to sort of like, it's like a bloat. We call it in the hobby. It's called bloat. Bloat. Games get bloated. They add some stuff. There's a lot of incentives to add stuff to it. Sometimes that incentive is that people think they want it. Yeah. Especially. So board games are a little bit like guns. 10% of the people that own them own 90% of them.
Okay. I wonder where you're going with that. Pretty good. All right. So I have a little game here. This is a mini game before our bigger game. This is just a mini game I came up with right now. I'm calling it Game or Gah.
Okay.
So this is either you like it and you're game to play it, or Gah, I don't want to play that game.
So me personally, or is it about whether I'd have it at the shop?
I mean, you know the most about these. You could do. Let's just do you personally.
Me personally. Okay.
We're getting to know Brett here.
Okay, well, I just want a disclaimer, that like I have games here that are not my cup of tea, but I want them for other people.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. We get that, right?
I'm just I'm using the opportunity to kind of sell myself.
All right. So. First one up, very popular in my house, very popular at the houses that I am invited into, and that is Cranium. Game or Gah?
I have mixed feelings on Cranium. I haven't played it in a long time.
This is a very simple game, Brett.
I know.
Game or Gah?
I'll give anything another shot, but I'm not a big fan of Cranium personally.
Is it the clay?
It's yeah, a little bit. It's a lot of fiddle.
A lot of people just get rid of that clay.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. Yeah, who cares?
I know people love it, but
okay. Here's the one blast from the past. You mentioned before that I'm a very, very old person, Gen X. Simon.
Oh.
Game or Gah?
I think that's more of an activity.
No, it's a game. It's in the game section.
I'm not gonna have it here. Let's put it that way.
Gah. This is very simple.
It's a
game or Gah.
It's a fine activity for someone who likes that activity. I just don't call it. I don't consider it a game.
I think this exercise is a fine activity and not playing the game. Next one up, Parcheesi.
Oh, I love Parcheesi.
Game.
Yeah. The Parcheesi boards on the wall here, those were the place settings at my wedding.
Oh yeah.
I love Parcheesi. I think it's
cool.
beautiful, and also I recommend
Remind me to take a picture of that on the way out.
anyone plays Parcheesi, play by the like. It's actually a very old game, and try to play by the older rules.
The Hungarian rules or whatever.
It's actually an Indian game.
Indian. Okay. Sorry. A lot like Parcheesi.
Gah.
Sorry. God. Finally, we get a God.
Well, it's a game. It's not an activity, but I don't love
Simon's a game. It's in the game section. Exploding Kittens.
it. Me personally,
Yeah.
gah.
God. I hate that game.
I don't.
Gah.
I don't love it.
Settlers of Catan. Ooh.
I have played probably more Settlers of
Having a
Catan
hard time.
than any other game probably that I.
Really?
Yeah, because I played it in high
So
school.
do you like it or not?
I loved it at one time,
Okay.
and then but I do love aspects of Settlers of Catan, but other games have replaced it for me. Like if you really like the trading, which I do, Chinatown is just pure trading. Unfortunately, they've rethemed Chinatown, which is a travesty. But I'll go with game.
What's
It's
it
definitely
now?
here. It's just
Koreatown?
like no, it's generic medieval fantasy, which is disappointing because I think it was an overreaction when there was actually like a really great article on how it was like really positive representation. It's a
Yeah.
great game, and if
Keeping
you
on with the game.
yeah,
Bop It.
it's an activity.
That's a game. Did you ever go to college? You have a master's degree.
Actually, I have a PhD.
You have a PhD. You played Bop It a million times in dorm rooms across the country
Yeah, it's a fun activity.
with other people.
It's a fun activity.
I say game. Sequence.
Oh, that's a great game.
So, game.
Game. Yeah, great game. I thought great game covered it.
No, you just say game or ga.
Okay.
Categories.
Game.
You like categories.
Yeah, it's great.
Yahtzee.
Game.
Nice. Cards Against Humanity.
It is technically a game. I just don't love it.
Yeah, it's a game.
Yeah,
I know. This
yeah.
isn't the game of if it's a game
Well,
or not.
I'm trying to play by your.
It's if you like it or if you
I don't
don't
like.
like
I
it.
don't like Cards Against Humanity.
Okay. The game of life.
Gah.
Ga.
If you like life, or if you like the theme, I have a really great game called The Pursuit of Happiness. Fantastic game.
Probably the same-ish, it sounds like. So, cool. Good job on that. We're gonna
Are
work
you
on
sure you want to say good job on that?
We're gonna work on it.
I feel like I didn't do a good job.
No, you were game. So now we're gonna do this thing that I talked about earlier, that we're gonna turn popular games. This is for the people out there, and Lord knows the show is nothing if not for the people.
Sure.
So we're going to turn popular games that we all like to play into
Mhm.
drinking games.
Absolutely.
And what I'm gonna do is
we
gonna
already
say
did
the
one.
game.
We already did Skull.
We did Skull. Well, we didn't. We drank a little bit on that. This one actually counts my ounces, which is nice. So I'm down to 4. But we're going to go through these games, and I'm going to say the game, and then you're going to tell me how we turn it into a drinking game, and the people at home can be like, "Oh, I like that game. That sounds like more fun," and they're going to write down or they're going to remember.
So should I purposely say really bad things to get like rage bait engagement?
Well, let me tell you about the rules. So I know you're not a big rules guy.
I am. I do like rule. I mean, I'm a board game guy. All about rules.
So drinking game rules go like this. You have to drink enough with whatever we're doing that it's a drinking game, that
Gotcha.
you're drinking.
Got it.
You also can't do so much that you're done by one. You have to be able to play multiple versions of. So a good bad example is the game Asshole. Asshole, for one guy in that game, drinks a lot. And for another guy in that game, doesn't drink all that much.
Yeah.
That's a bad drinking game.
You're right. That is bad drinking. Game. You're
Now
a game
if-
designer. I think you should design games.
Well, you know what? Get a hold of my people.
Yeah.
We'll get going on that.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to drink enough to drink, but you can't drink so much that you're hammered after one game. You have to be able to play more than one game. So there has to be. It can be something that happens often in the game.
I do know
but
something
not
about drinking
a lot.
So I
So
think I
like
got you.
if you said if I said Yahtzee and you said every time someone rolls a 5, that's not going to do it.
Yeah. I
That's
got
too
you.
much drinking. But if I said Yahtzee and you said every time somebody rolls a Yahtzee, that's also not going to do it because that never happens.
Yeah.
Got me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. We're going to start with the aforementioned Settlers of Catan. How do we turn this into a drinking game?
So I think the best thing about Settlers of Catan, in my opinion, is actually what I call the over the table element, which is like the interaction. And so
What
I
about
think,
the under the table element?
well, I don't know how to turn that into a drinking game. That's a whole other game.
Well, that's after the drinking.
Yeah, that's after the drinking game. No, So what makes sense to me right off the top of my head is that you would turn a drinking game, you would turn in the things that people tend to say when they play Settlers of Catan into a drinking game. For instance, anytime someone says, "Does anyone have wood?" which is always funny,
That's a good one.
you drink. If anyone says sheep for wool, or not sheep for wool, like sheep for wood or anything, sheep for anything, you drink.
That's a drink.
And so I would focus on the things that tend to be said when you play Settlers of Catan, versus like an action in the game. And I haven't played in years, so I'm trying to think of some of the others. I feel like there are other things that just get said over and over and over and over again, and they tend to be funny anyway. Like, who has wood or I have wood is always funny because
any wood reference.
Any wood reference, anything that sounds like you're talking about your boner is could be a reason to drink.
All right, let's move along. Seven Wonders. This is a game. It's a lot of fun. It's sort of it's like a what do they call it? One where you
it's a card draft tableau builder.
Yeah, there you go, tableau builder. So, what's a good drinking game version of Seven Wonders?
See, that's a tough one because Seven Wonders is, if you wanted to be mean, it's sometimes referred to. Sometimes games are called multiplayer solitaire, which is like you're playing your own game and you're playing your own game near other people.
Yeah.
And there's a small amount of interaction in Seven Wonders because of the card draft, but the problem is that the interaction of the cards is so complex. It's pretty hard to hate draft in Seven Wonders, which is like to deny people. You kind of just doing the best you can. And so you're inherently not interacting that much, which at the heart of a drinking game is usually interaction.
Some interaction?
That would be, I kind of think the goal here, right, is like to get the players to focus on each other a little bit more than they normally do and get drunk. So maybe it would be any time, and it's been a little while since I played it, but there are there are card types in Seven Wonders because there are different strategies. Mm-hmm. So maybe every time you played the same card type as another person, like the person that next to you, then you drink. But it would be because other people at the table kind of call it out, like see it and call it out. And that way it would actually kind of call attention to the players about what their neighbors are doing. Because oftentimes people play Seven Wonders and they just ignore their neighbors.
It is weird like that. All right, let's move it along. Pandemic, a game we talked about before. How do we turn this? I bought this game in 2020.
I know. Oh, really?
Yeah.
After?
No, right before.
Oh, right before.
Like a month before.
I love Pandemic. Actually,
Tom Hanks got sick.
My wife, who you met briefly, she and I were the regional Pandemic champions of the Mountain West region. We were invited to Gen Con to compete nationally, but we didn't go because we couldn't afford it.
Oh, go fund me.
Well, it was years ago. So love Pandemic. Pandemic's easy. Anytime there's an outbreak, drink.
Yeah.
Anytime. So when you I forget what they're called.
It's actually a real pandemic too. Same thing.
yeah, exactly. So anytime you put like a cube down and there's three and it causes a thing, you drink. Anytime you turn over a card and I forget what it's called, but it's like the Pandemic Rises, which it's actually I'm mixing games. You drink. Yeah. What else? What else could you do? I mean, basically anytime bad shit happens, you drink.
I like
Pandemic.
that. I think that's good. All right, let's go to Code Names. This is not a game that I'm familiar with.
Code Names is great.
It's very popular. People love it. How do we turn Code Names into a drinking game?
So Code Names is a fantastic party game, first of all. I highly recommend it. Everyone should have it because it is the best game to bring to Thanksgiving because anyone can play because you have two teams and they can be any size. Mm-hmm. So your uncle that's being like I don't want to play a game, you just put him on a team. He doesn't have to do anything. And super easy to turn into a drinking game. Because you're trying to reveal your cards, they're either blue or red, but there are these quote unquote innocent bystanders. Anytime you turn over an innocent bystander, you drink.
Okay, great, perfect. And finally, Ticket to Ride, another game that I think I've played it before, but I'm not super familiar with it. But how do we turn Ticket to Ride into a drinking game?
Well, first of all, since I'm tooting my own horn, I once beat the world champion of Ticket to Ride.
Was that a Russian?
No, it was an American guy. Okay. But by the transitive property, that makes me the world champion Ticket to Ride.
Sure.
Not really. Actually, there's a lot of luck.
Was it a sanctioned game?
Yeah, but there's a lot of luck in Ticket to Ride. So really, it's like baseball. You really need to play like 3 out of 5. I only played one game and won. Yeah. I'm still very proud of it.
Oh yeah.
He's way better at the game than me. He knew I won way before I did. Uh,
How old was he? Honestly, 13.
no, he was an older guy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
He wasn't
There,
like 16.
there used to be like a huge competitive Ticket to Ride community, but then there was a cheating scandal and it got shut down. Yeah. Shortly after that game, actually, it wasn't like
Ticket to jail.
Yeah. Honestly, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's weird to make it.
What about every time you bring up the fact that you beat the world champion at Ticket to Ride?
Well, that's like asshole, right? And I'm the asshole.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, no, but I mean,
I guess in that game, yes.
Yeah, and well, the point is that I'm the only one drinking in that
You
game.
didn't take the goblin off of your cup.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
No, I mean,
Maybe that's King's Cup. Ugh.
that does sound like King's Cup. No, Ticket to Ride's hard because you don't want to drink when you play a route. That's just like it doesn't feel right.
What was one of the other ones let's see. Hold on. Well, stand by. How about... No, those were the ones. Okay, so Ticket to Ride, tough one. We're punting on Ticket to Ride. So why don't we add another one? Let's add... I can't. I'm pretending like I can see any of them back there. What was that Star Wars one you were talking about?
Star Wars Rebellion?
6 hours long. Yeah.
Oh, man. That would be I mean, like, think about the balance on that, right? You would want to drink, but not 6 hours. You couldn't be slamming them back.
You have a business here where you bring people in here to play, and you have that game here, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what if people come in and play that game, and you're just like $7 a pint, $7? What if they need like a break? Or they?
Actually, we
can't
are
even imagine sitting in
gonna.
my own house for 6 hours and playing a game.
Well, that's fair enough, and a lot of people can't, and so it's like
Can you put it on pause?
We are actually going to offer something where we'll like save your game, where we'll take a picture of it, and I will I'll write down like what cards you had.
That's a great idea.
And then if you contact me ahead of time and you say, hey, we're coming back to finish that game of Star Wars Rebellion, I can even set it up ahead of time.
Man, the service here is outstanding. I gotta tell you, that is an amazing thing to offer because Risk, Monopoly, even like Catan sometimes, although usually doesn't take
often. I mean, Catan can go a long time. That 11th victory point can take a while.
If everybody's good or bad, Catan can go for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to talk about one more thing before we go, which is something near and dear to my heart, which is the show Community and the Dungeons and Dragons.
I love that show. Yeah.
So, do you think that the Dungeons and Dragons episodes are you into D&D first of all?
Yeah. In fact, actually, I was probably into D&D before I really got into hobby board gaming.
Now, quickly explain what D&D is, because I think this is one of those things where I don't think that I've ever played it, but I think that if I did play it, I would love it. It's sort of like I tried playing Magic the Gathering when I was in high school, and I wasn't into it then. I thought it was a little too. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't my thing at that time. I think if I would have started playing Magic the Gathering like in college or after that, I would have been more into it.
In some ways, Magic the Gathering. In some ways, Magic is the opposite of D&D because Magic I compare to
because it's all on cards instead of being in your head, right?
Yeah. So I compare Magic the Gathering to a heroin addiction. It's like once you start tracing that dragon, that's like people who play Magic, it's the only game they play.
What about Pokemon cards?
Same thing. Collectible card games. And I mean, I played D&D. I played Magic in high school back before Ice Age, back in beta, right? And so,
no idea what those words mean, but
people that play Magic will know what that means, and it's a long time ago.
Right.
And I love the game, but what I didn't love personally, and if you're into that thing, I'm not trying to shit all over it, but the thing is, if you play it competitively, there's always a new edition. You have to when the new edition comes out, you have to get the booster packs, and that's the fun of the game is getting the booster packs. And it's a little bit like gambling where you get like, oh my God, there's a great card, and you build a deck around it, and that is fun, but cost-wise and time-wise, it's your whole hobby, right?
Yeah.
D&D, what I love about Dungeons & Dragons, well, so first of all, it is a pen and paper tabletop game.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about it is you can play Dungeons & Dragons and buy nothing. You, as a player, you don't even have to own a player's handbook. It would be helpful, and I recommend it. And it's like $30, but
go to any garage sale.
Or go to it depends on what edition you want to play. Or you just go on the internet. All you need to play D&D is pen and paper and ideally some dice, but you could like find a workaround
You
on
need
your phone.
15 dice. You need the one that looks like a stop sign. You need the
That's
one
a
with
D4.
3 sides. You need the one with the regular. Do you need even a regular 6-sided one? Or
You do,
just
yeah.
get rid of that one?
D6s come up all the time.
And
Yeah.
you
The
could-
main one you need is the D20.
There's
That's
a
the,
one-sided one that I find very confusing. How does that even roll?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I made that one up.
Are you talking about a coin? That's a D2.
No, this is a D1. So walk me through sort of this idea. Like in Community, it was a thing where they all played it to make this guy feel better or something. Whatever. I forget
Abed.
what the story was. No, I think it was him first, then it was Fat Neil. But
You're right. Yep.
but the idea of it was that a bunch of people who wouldn't normally have played it and really liked it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's something that you maybe look forward to seeing here?
In all reality, Dungeons and Dragons probably won't be the game for the what's that guy's name? Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff Winger.
Jeff Winger is probably that. D&D is probably like, I mean, that in the conceit of the show, yes, because he's like has these friends and he's cool, but his friends aren't cool or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, it's kind of ironic. Dungeons and Dragons doesn't require a lot of investment in terms of material,
Yeah.
but it requires a lot of investment in terms of like knowledge and time, and that trade-off is totally fine. Like I love D&D. D&D does something that no board game or a game that comes in a box can do, in that it is way more flexible, right? If you have a really good DM and you can do
Go ahead. What's a DM?
a dungeon master,
Okay.
or sometimes we call them a game master if they
Mhm.
prefer that. Like I played a game one time where we were supposed to defeat a Lich King, but instead we just got totally sidetracked and we, campaigned to bring democracy to this like feudalistic, setting, and then the Lich like was preparing an army the whole time and killed us all, and it was so fun. So what's fun about D&D is it's really open, and the you start by saying what you want to do, and then a good DM kind of helps you figure out what the side rails are on that.
Sure.
What you roll, what the concept. Unlike most board games, in most board games, it's like these are the 5 things you can do on your turn.
Do you think some of these board games are trying to recreate that a little bit? Because
There are some that are quite
like,
literally
have you ever
trying
played-
to do
Have you
that.
ever played Whitehall?
The Jack the Ripper game.
Yeah.
I love that game.
So that game really does make you kind of feel. It wants you to imagine you're chasing him literally through alleys and
Yeah,
doorways.
yeah.
And there's no alleys or doorways on the board. The board is really stupid. It's just this big white board with like some buildings and stuff on it.
It's a hidden movement game.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't make any sense. That's
It's
another
a-
one.
it's a-
We
it's a-
would have
it's a
talked about
great
that.
game. It's a
It is a
fantastic
great game.
game.
It is a fun game, but it doesn't make any sense because the person who's Jack the Ripper can cheat, as my sister-in-law Paige knows she did, and
That
you can
sounds
cheat.
like
You
that
can
sounds
cheat
like
the
a
whole
that
time.
sounds like a player problem.
You can cheat the whole time and never get killed and get caught. You can. She did it.
Yeah.
For 2 hours we sat there. She never got killed. It was amazing.
The
Or
fact
caught.
that
She
the
never got
fact,
caught.
the fact that people even enjoy cheating at board games tells me that people like don't understand board games.
I think it was pretty funny. But as I look back at it, I thought it was pretty funny. I didn't think it was funny at the time, but now I kind of do. But anyway, that's beside the point. Do you think some of these games that are like these intrinsic 6-hour board games are sort of designed to kind of get into that D&D atmosphere a little bit?
Some games are. In fact, Wizards of the Coast is always trying to make a board game that gamifies Dungeons and Dragons, but not necessarily based on length or complexity. There are also lots of dungeon crawlers. That's a whole category of board game, and it
I don't
really
even want to know what that is.
it just focuses on the combat aspect of D&D. So, there's lots of minis that you're fighting, and for some people, D&D is about the fighting. For me, D&D is about the role playing. It's about the storytelling. It's about I find the combat in Dungeons and Dragons to be bad.
Now it's just you and me here, Brett. How much costume work are we talking about here with this stuff?
I don't, but I mean, not because I think I'm better than that, but because I'm chronically late to things, so I never have time.
Nice.
No, there are games that are filling that niche, and there are. And you know what? If you felt that way about Whitehall, you should play.
I liked it. This is another game.
No,
that
but
I'd
you
love
should
to sit
play
down and
Sherlock
with you.
Holmes Consulting Detective.
Okay.
That is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
where your board is a map of London, and your pieces include newspapers, and you like read newspapers and try to solve the case.
You know what? We do like my wife and I used to play those murder games where you did that.
Murder mystery games?
Yeah, and they had a bunch of clues. They had a bunch of envelopes and all sorts of, and it would take like all day.
Yeah. So, I mean, some are for sure. And, we're going to let people have already asked me, can our group come here to play D&D? Absolutely.
There's a
right?
whole room for it.
It's a perfect room for it.
Yep, it's dark. There's a closure.
I used to play D&D every Sunday from like noon till midnight.
Nice.
And
a lot of D&D.
Yeah, well then I don't have time for that anymore.
Yeah. You got a business to run. So let's real quick. This is Chits and Chats. We're on Overland and Vista in Boise. We're up on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And when are you open? What sort of specials do you have? Do you have any events coming up? Anything you want to talk about coming up in the future?
So we're open. Well, right now, I mean, we're not even open a week, and we're in a soft opening phase. So everything's subject to change. But right now, we're trying Wednesday through Sunday. During the week, we open at 4 p.m. and we go till like 10. But if you're playing a game, your last round of the game, then I'm not kicking you out. I'm just not letting people come in at 9:45 and start Star Wars Rebellion. And
if 4 people come in here dressed as Wookiees with sleeping bags at 9:45, you can't let them in. You have to say no.
I'll let them in, but they're not playing Star Wars Rebellion. I'll give them a round of Bantha juice or whatever. I don't have Bantha juice, unfortunately. And I don't know if that's even a thing from Star Wars. I'm not that nerdy.
Don't know.
Blue milk. I don't have any blue milk either. I have chocolate milk. I have chocolate milk if you want it, and they come in little character things. And then on Friday, we're going to be open later, like midnight. On Saturday, we open at midday, noon. And then on Sunday, we open at 2. And we go, we're trying to... It's interesting. Like Sunday is both a school night as well as a party night, depending. And we seem to have different people come in at different times. We actually have like some of the young kids in the neighborhood will come in to like hang out and drink craft beer before they go downtown.
Yeah.
They go downtown when like I go to bed.
Yep. Yeah.
So
you always want to be the starting place. You never want to be the finishing place.
Yeah. No,
word to the wise.
Yeah, they love it. And then so we're still kind of figuring out, but those are sort of our hours. We're closed Monday, Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I'm the only guy, so I have to sleep sometime.
Right.
Hypothetically. And
you have a 5-year-old.
So we're trying to focus on local craft drinks, not just alcoholic and not just beer. So we've got alcoholic kombucha. We're gonna have non-alcoholic kombucha on pretty soon. That is also from Boise Booch that my son invented, called the Blue Foamy.
All right.
We've got sandwiches that they focus on fresh local ingredients, but they tend to be. We're trying to make them affordable. And I have to make it all back here, so it has to be we prep it ahead of time.
Yeah, there's a nice menu. There's a nice option. There's some gluten-free stuff. You can make it vegan. But if you're not into that, you can also go full non-gluten, all the meat that you want. You got a BLT, you got a grown-up grilled cheese, and you got some other things on here that look really nice. I mean, it just seems like to me what you've built here is a nice little place where people can come and sort of hang out, play a game, have a couple beers, a lot of them local, have a cider, whatever you want to have, and just sort of have a nice time.
That's it. That's actually why it's called Chits and Chats. It's a pun. So like back in the day, like a square cardboard piece in a board game is called a chit.
Yeah.
And
with the Game of Thrones game, you get roughly 850.
You get 850 chits. And so I called it Chits and Chats because it's chits, board games, and chats hanging out. It's not just about people being totally in the zone gaming. It's people, if you just want to come and hang out, it's about creating that kind of a third space. And yeah, I like good beer and cider, and so I want to serve good stuff, and that's what I want to. I mean, I'm making the place that I want to come to, basically.
There you have it, and it is an awesome place. I highly recommend getting down here. We're gonna put the show out, and hopefully people will hear it. People come on down and see Brett, and make sure you order yourself a nice local beer while you're at it, and grab that Star Wars game and hang out for 6 or 8 hours.
I'm gonna convince you to do it. You know what?
You don't have to convince me. I'm in. I like Star Wars. I don't have anything to do, so I'll be down here, and we'll figure it out. I know some friends right now I could call that would be down here in a minute. We'd be playing Cranium, having a grand old time. So, Brett, thank you so
If
much
you
for
wanna-
having me in.
I'll get a copy of Cranium just for
You don't have one back there?
No, not
Big
yet.
mistake.
Well,
Big
we're taking
mistake.
donations right now.
I don't know. I told you I don't know. So down here, Chits and Chats. What's the address real quick?
2500 West Overland.
2500 West Overland, right? Overland, almost as you get to Vista. And just right here on the Boise bench. So thanks very much for having me, Brett.
Yeah, thanks.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for teaching me how to play Skull. And I can't wait to come back and check it out again, grab a couple beers, and play some games, probably on a Saturday or Sunday. That sounds like a good time. So we're going to be right back after this. We're going to do the Boise Beer Buddies community calendar.
Oh, I'm
next.
going to get on Boise Beer Buddies.
Okay, you're going to be a buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to be a buddy right here.
Perfect.
Yeah, I
So
just
we'll
need
have
to
a buddy hub.
Yep, sure,
Nice.
sure will.
Well, I can't wait to use my Boise Beer Buddies card right here.
You sure can.
And we'll be right
It'll
back.
be $1 off.
Oh, yeah. Okay. $1 off. I like that. That's a great deal.
Mhm.
We'll be right back right after this. It is the last call for a family road trip, and Treasure Valley Chevron has everything you need to get out on the great highways and byways of these United States. Drinks, snacks, candy, ready to go hot food like corn dogs, nachos, and I am happy to tell you, Treasure Valley Chevron now has a bucket of delicious barbecue ribs ready to go with you out the door. Now, I'm kind of a barbecue guy. And when I say that, I mean I'm a real big barbecue guy. And so I'm telling you, these ribs are fall off the bone, finger licking good baby backs. And you know that's the truth. Get these ribs plus amazing deals on Idaho made beer and wine and any other thing you need for that last family getaway at Treasure Valley Chevron at Beacon Light and Highway 55, I-84 and Gowan Road. Welcome back to the Idaho Booze Podcast. I'm Steve Kuntz, and wasn't Brett great? Awesome dude. And he's going to be a buddy hub. And speaking of buddy hubs, we have the Boise Beer Buddies community calendar. Lots going on this weekend, especially if you're in Boise, in and around Boise. We have, let's see, a couple Oktoberfests happening. Got to celebrate the season, celebrate the harvest. Get out to Oktoberfest, 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock on Friday. The first one at Das Alpenhaus. This is one of my favorites. The food is fantastic. The beers are really good, super German. You're going to love it. Das Alpenhaus down there on Vista, right around the corner from Chits and Chats. Yeah, maybe hit up Chits and Chats before or after Oktoberfest. Get a game on. Then it looks like Ketchum, not to be outdone, they're going to have their Oktoberfest on Friday as well, 4 to 8 p.m. Short Oktoberfest, Sun Valley Festival Meadows in Ketchum. Check that one out. Should be a lot of fun. Sawtooth Brewery is throwing that. And they're great. They're making a great Oktoberfest. I had that the other day. Pretty good. 5 to 10 p.m. also on Friday. Woo, we got a lot of Oktoberfests happening. This is at Payette. They're doing Oktoberfest all ages. There's going to be a polka band, German food, and a Stein hoisting. Oh, I love that Stein hoisting. That's where you have to hold it. And then it looks like Talk Like a Pirate Day is back. I trust the guys over at Brownbeard, but I think people just go ahead and say like every couple days, they're just like, oh, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. So everybody can go, arr. Anyway, Talk Like a Pirate Day at Brownbeard Barrel House. This is a pirate party. And that's going to be going on also tonight at 6 p.m. They're going to have live music and Moscow Jewels. Okay. Oh, Moscow Jewels is the act. Good times. And then Pirates of the Sky at Fly Boise with drinks by Boise Brew Putt, also happening at 7 o'clock. And then on Saturday, we have game day. This is going to be, beer pong tournament at Matlack's Splash Beer Pong Tournament. Make sure you check that out. Ketchum Oktoberfest continues on Saturday, 12 to 8, as does Payette, 2 to 10 all day on Saturday. And Das Alpenhaus, not to be outdone, 3 to 10 Oktoberfest going on there. And then Pub and Putt in Nampa is going to have their Oktoberfest, 4 to 9 p.m. on Saturday out there in Nampa. And it looks like Harvest Festival at St. Chappelle Winery happening Sunday, September 21st. So this Sunday from 12 to 4 p.m., go get your Harvest Festival on at St. Chappelle. And lots more stuff. If you want to get the Boise Beer Buddies community calendar sent directly to your inbox, go to boisebeerbuddies.com and become a buddy. Do that today, and you will have all of this information at your fingertips. We're going to be right back to wrap things up right after this. This show brought to you by Warren Reserve Cocktail Company and warrenreserve.com. As we move towards fall, old-fashioned season is coming back. Oh, and you need to be ready. And have I got the product for you? They finally did it. Adrian and Danny at Warren Reserve finally put my old fashioned kit up on the website. It is there. You can go and buy my old fashioned bundle. This is going to be the burnt sugar syrup. Amazing. So good. So much better than regular simple syrup. Just an amazing flavor, complex flavors, amazing with that old fashioned, with any whiskey really, but really paired nicely with a nice like 100 proof whiskey. Really, really good. Aromatic bitters are on there. The Warren Reserve aromatic bitters, different than the ones you're used to, a little bit more flavor, a little bit more sort of oomph in these bitters. And then my favorite, my absolute favorite bitter, the West 509 almond bitter. When I tell you that I love this bitter, I am not joking around here. I'm not essing around. These are the best. This is the best combination for an old fashioned. This is the kit that you want. WarrenReserve.com. Pick up my old fashioned kit. And I tell you what, I'm going to throw in a little deal here for you. Use promo code IdahoBooze25, support the show, and get 15% off my old fashioned bundle. It's right there, right under my big fake picture. The old fashioned bundle, burnt sugar syrup, aromatic bitters, West 509 almond bitters, all at WarrenReserve.com. Go and get it today. Get ready for old fashioned season with me and my old fashioned bundle and promo code IdahoBooze25. Get 15% off at WarrenReserve.com. Welcome back to the show. I want to thank Brett Miller, Chits and Chats. Get out there and check him out. He's got a good, cool place. It's a great, they did an awesome job renovating it, and it's just a great atmosphere, cool spot. You can bring the kids, you can play some games, you can drink a couple beers. It's a good time. They also have some food. They have sandwiches, and they have some other stuff on the menu. So get out to Chits and Chats there on Boise's Bench. It's Overland and Vista, and check out Brett's new spot. It's a cool spot, and he's doing the Lord's work over there. So help him out. And drop on by, play a quick game of that Star Wars game that's 6 hours long. That'll be a lot of fun. Or just play that school game. Ask him for that school game. That was really fun. I think I would play that again. Pretty sure I would. Also want to thank WarrenReserve.com. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Love you guys. Love your stuff, man. That chili lime bitter and that Bloody Mary is fire. You guys are going to love that. Make sure you check out that Warren Reserve cocktail of the week. It's a Bloody Mary. So, you can add to it. You can take away from it, whatever you want to do. Some people don't like horseradish. I don't know why, but some people just don't. And maybe it's like a cilantro thing. Also want to thank everybody out there for listening. Thank you so much for joining my Substack, IdahoBooze.substack.com. Join that. I'm going to have more Craft Beer is Dead featurettes. I call them lights coming up. Plus we'll have more stuff going on with the wine book as well. So make sure you get on Substack, IdahoBooze.substack.com, and check me out there. And for all of us here at the show, mostly just me and the two dogs, I want to say thank you so much for listening. Good day and good drinking, everyone. Have fun at Oktoberfest this weekend.